Zion, and you are now watching Supplier TV for another episode of The People Around Us. For tonight's guest, we have the mastermind of witness surreal hypnosis himself, Mr. Peewee Bisnon. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Could you tell us a little something about yourself?
My name is Peewee. I'm from Cotabato City, and I design things.
When you say you design things, what things do you design? Give me a rough shakedown, yeah.
Mostly t-shirts.
Word.
I design button downs, jackets, hats, stickers, anything you can think of. Rolling papers.
Oh, okay.
Etc.
Alright. So I'm going to ask you, man, instead of asking you when, I'm going to ask you why was WSH established? What was your initial inspiration to start everything?
It started when I first met my friends who I skate with. OJ, Stephen, Bobby, you, Pusa, everything. That's when it started.
That's where it all began.
Yeah.
What year was this? What was this year?
Same year I started the brand, 2013.
So it all just dropped in together.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you see, or rather not see, that made you really decide to oh, okay, I'm gonna make WSH? Were you just in the essence of going with the flow? You wanted to do this?
Oh yeah.
Was it for something? Were you inspired by, for example, the movie Lords of Dogtown?
One of the influence actually.
Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah. Started it because I wanted to make something. I want the process of making something. So instead, so yeah, usually.
So ito yung sinasabi mo sa akin na this is where you just want to design things. From even clothes and pants and rolling papers, lighters. Okay. Let's get into its philosophy. Out of curiosity, can you share with us some of your influences, like Lords of Dogtown? Given that, can you give me some other influences that became inspiration in forming WSH and its origin? What else aside from Lords of Dogtown?
Mostly influenced by music. A lot of music, a lot of movies.
A lot of music, a lot of movies.
Vintage cars, punk music.
Okay.
Mostly jazz.
So that's what you listen to, mostly jazz, no hip hop.
Of course,
hip hop. Right. So for this, what you told me, do you, aside from getting inspiration from this, do you also get inspiration from do you look up things online? Do you?
Yeah, sure.
Do you get it from
main
people
influence?
around?
Yeah.
For example,
everyday things. Actually, sometimes just when I see a guy or just nagbebenta ng balot, when I see a shirt, when the graphic is good, that can influence me or something.
Given the fact that you told me that you see it in everyday life, our theory is this is about surreal hypnosis of daily life's illusions. Can you tell us the real definition behind WSH, the philosophy behind it?
Yeah, I remember I started the brand because I want to show people, I want to show people how they escape, or how can you escape reality.
Okay.
When you see the brand, you want to seeing a movie, right? You're watching a movie. You forget about the outside world.
Word.
You're inside the movie, or same thing when you're watching or listening to music.
So it's like an escape.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
to what extent is this escape? Do you want them to go back, or do you want them to just be lost?
I want them to be lost just
for that moment.
Yeah, just for
this
that moment.
This is very powerful too.
Yes.
I really have to ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was the initial message when you brought out WSH? What was, what was that thing that what was that imprint you wanted the first time? Like that boom, like, okay, here it is. Like, what was your initial message?
Before I made a code about something like mind over matter. This was the time when I was really skating every day.
Right.
And it helped me do tricks.
Okay. This mindset of yours.
Yeah. If you just do it, if you put your mind into it,
Yeah.
versus the obstacle, you can do it really.
So this is that exact initial
Something
message
like
you
that,
wanted.
yeah.
Like you were saying that WSH is about this.
And
Something like that. Okay. I'll be right there. How about yourself? Do you have any philosophical ways you believe in? Like personally for your life, like something you follow. Like that, for example, something like that. What you said, mind over matter. Do you live that on a daily basis? Like up until today, you still have that? Because the first time you you put out a set of like shirts for WSH. Up until today, do you carry the same mindset, like mind over matter,
Yeah.
every day, every fucking day, huh? All right. So a lot of collaborations happened throughout the time frame. I noticed. Let me ask you, why collaborate? Like, why collaborate? It's basically that.
collaboration for me is, I think it's very interesting. Like, you meet this artist or a different brand you believe in, and
You work with them.
you learn something from them,
Okay.
and it's interesting to fuse those styles. It's very different style, my style and their style.
Okay.
Like doing something, like creating something. I like that. I like doing that.
Okay, word. Immediately here at Supplier, we think about it as, yo, this guy's just collaborating here and there, which don't get us wrong, dude, this is fucking great. Just that, I wanted to ask you, what is your driving force for you to just do it?
Or
Like your driving force to like collaborate with people. Like, do you just like collaborate with someone because you feel like you need to, or do you collaborate because you can? Does it go through a screen? Like, do you,
And-
you know?
something like
But there's a lot of brands here, dude. There's so much. So how do you? I wanted to know how you choose these people.
Oh yeah, what's the
Like,
criteria for it?
Yeah.
Nothing really, but they come to me and they ask me if they can collaborate.
Okay.
If I believe in the brand or I'm close to the guy or I know what he's doing or she's doing, I'll do it.
So you basically
It's the process of doing something with this artist or with this brand. Very interesting for me.
Yeah, I find it interesting too. How about your take on streetwear? Let's talk about streetwear real quick. Why streetwear? You could have made suits, but why did you choose to work with streetwear? Why? What is so enticing to you with street?
I don't really put it on streetwear.
Okay.
I just do what I want to do. I want to make suits, but it's hot as fuck here.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you can do jackets depending on the weather or depending on the season.
Okay. Like season, it's like a seasonal release.
Doing a suit, why not?
Okay. But do you believe that streetwear is dead?
No, I didn't.
It's still alive?
I mean, if they want to call it streetwear, then they can call it streetwear, but definitely it's not that.
Do you call it streetwear?
No.
What do you call it now?
Haven't thought of that.
Okay, so basically you just come up with a fire. Okay, I'm with you with that. Would you personally tell me the essence of streetwear? with you, since you're telling me you don't believe in that, what's the essence of this to you, doing this whole thing?
For me,
You just like the love for clothes.
For me, doing this, that's why I started this, because I wanted to push skateboarding more here in the Philippines, or representing something different from the other local bands, or just doing what I like.
Word. You know, man, this is well connected to our first episode, because our first episode was Dimitrio Cuevas. He skates too. So it kind of makes sense now, because I was also asking him about fashion in a skateboarding sense. So behind that, you know, WSH, have you noticed that the people that are buying your stuff just are skaters, or now it's everyone? It's everyone now?
I noticed? Do I notice that? Yeah.
So back then, you noticed that it's only skaters buying your apparel, and then it grew. Why do you think people now, not even skaters, like for example a dancer would buy your shit? What happened? Organic.
Maybe organically, or a lot of people buying this, buying
show it
that.
off.
Somebody saw it.
Word. Okay. So organic.
I'm not really sure.
Okay. I mean, let's leave the mystery to that. Let's just see it. Also, I want to ask you, dude. Can you tell us about some sacrifices you did in order for you to really push this? Like, I know there's a bunch of barriers. Because like me, personally, I have some startups too, and I know that, but you have to break through this barrier for you to be able to just fucking release something. Can you tell us a bit about that? Like, share an example. What are the barriers you overcome?
A lot of sacrifice. I mean, a lot of sacrifices have been made for sure. Like, I can skate as much as I want to, like before.
Yeah.
Or at first I had my day job, so all of my salary went to that. Just try to make something.
Okay.
That's it. I mean,
That's one.
Yeah.
From a bunch, that's just one, huh?
Thank you.
Okay. So let's say you're making a new line, like start again, right? Where and how do you begin? Like, we wanted to know what's it like to be in your shoes in this state of mind. Like, you know, the feeling when you first release something. Where and how do you begin?
I started WSH because I wanted to make something that I can wear.
So para sa'yo lang yun. At first.
At first, parang gusto ko may masuot ako na, kasi sa atin, di lahat na nakikita mo, gusto mong suot.
Oh man, that's true.
I mean, before yan, 2013 or something. Pero nung yun, when I started it, yun yung gusto ko talagang gawin. Na something I can wear every day.
And then from there, compared to the beast it is now, that state of mind still remains the same? Every single release is still something you want to wear?
Yeah.
Okay, that's tight, okay. How do you engage in graphic designs, for example, like the creative decisions of this? How do you actually lab all these? Like, for example, you're making a series, and then, you know, how do you go with this? Like the graphic design. Do you have a team behind it? Is it just you? What made you choose to do this design?
First year, ako lang yung gumagawa at first. After 1 year, I met Patrick Onduvilla, and asked him to help me out or be partners in designing. So, if may gagawin na design, nag-start kami as, like, same kanina, everyday influences.
And then
Yeah.
brainstorm that.
You see something, you do it again. Like, sa phone ko, marami akong notes na, kasi may nakita ko kanina, like the balloon guy wearing cool ass shirt. Lalagay ko agad sa phone ko, then pag uwi ng bahay, make something.
Okay, so the little things build up.
Or
the
when
big
you watch a
picture.
movie, or
Okay.
everyday life.
Okay. In any sort of work you do, what do you think is the overarching theme that actually makes people say, oh shit, this is WSH. This is what Mr. Real knows is. What's that overarching attitude of your brand? That makes people say, oh shit, this is WSH right here.
Every time you release something or do some editing or video na ilalabas,
Yeah.
nagpapaka-OC ako sa kanya. Like,
You have to be
I
meticulous.
do it like 1 week before,
Mhm.
and I keep coming back on it like every day to look at if okay na ba. If not, then continue until na ma-reach yung shit. Like,
Once you reach
I
that
want
goal,
something
yeah.
na best.
Okay, given all we talked about tonight, where do you think you're going right now with it, with WSH?
I want to make it global.
Global?
Yeah. Who
Alright.
doesn't want that?
Alright.
Like, I want to reach more people outside. Hindi lang sa
Not
Pinas.
just Philippines. But like, but haven't you?
Not yet.
How are you so sure?
Hindi ko alam. I don't know.
Okay then, I guess we're going to find out in the future.
Yeah.
Alright man, it's been a pleasure. Mr. Peewee Bisnon, everybody, the mastermind of WSH himself. Thank you for watching. My name is Zion. I'll see you at the next episode of The People Around Us.